Good evening, everyone. This is Robert. RJL Network presents another exciting edition of Inside Pitch. The 1972 Pennant race is on the air. Today's date is September 10, 1972. We are at Shea Stadium for a very big game for my Mets as the St. Louis Cardinals take on the New York Mets. Let's take a look at the standings as we approach today's game. We'll take a look first at the American League East. The American League East is right now a three-way tie. Boston, Baltimore, and the Yankees are all tied for the division lead. The Detroit Tigers are 3.5 back of third. Cleveland 1 game under 500, but they are 5 back of third place. Cleveland has got some work to do. In the American League West, the Oakland Athletics, their magic number to clinch the division is 6. And pretty much if they clinch the division, they're going to probably clinch the number 1 seed overall in the entire postseason. Kansas City, 12 games over 500, 17.5 back. At the moment, nobody else in the American League West figures in the postseason at this time. Of course, that could still change. In the National League West, the Cincinnati Reds have an 8-game lead on the Astros. The Dodgers, they are at 500. They got to get above it, and they are in a logjam between Los Angeles, Atlanta, and the Giants. The Dodgers, of course, are at 500. The Braves are 3 games under, but only 1.5 games back of third. The Giants are 5 games under, but only 2.5 back of third. This is not decided yet. The National League East, the Pittsburgh Pirates, their magic number to clinch the division is 8. The Cubs are 13.5 back, but they're going to go ahead. They're going to make the postseason. The Cardinals, tonight's game, the Cardinals come into this game at 69 and 66, 3 games above 500. The Mets are 63 and 69. They are 4.5 back of the Cardinals. This game is huge. If the Mets lose tonight, they're going to get their 70th loss, and the Mets only played 156 games. So that means that they will only be 8 losses away from being eliminated by virtue of not getting above 500. This is a must-win game for the Mets. A win here for the Cardinals, they can really get a stranglehold on third place, but there's still the rest of the month to play. Anything is possible tonight. Brian B., DJ P., Craig Scarborough, Jeremy Brooks, and Phoenix Knight joins us here at Shea Stadium. The Mets did win this game historically. Mets had 3 runs, 9 hits, and an error. The Cardinals, 2 runs, 8 hits, and no errors. And Brian B., you're wondering, I got Shea in the old parks. They're all over the place. You just got to know where to look. If you play certain baseball games, these ballpark pictures are all over the place. I mean, really, they'll have no problem finding these pics. All you got to do is maybe just type in the name of the stadium and you'll find them. They're easy. So, a very big game tonight for my Mets. Pretty much must win. If they lose tonight and they go to 7 games under 500, I'm going to pretty much say they're out. All right. And then, of course, all the Cardinals got to do is finish above 500, and they will make the playoffs. So, that is enough tonight. Let's see what we got going. Starting pitcher for the New York Mets. There's only one pitcher I can put in this game, and that is the terrific one, Tom Seaver, Hall of Famer, of course. One of the greatest of all time, of course. And some people say one of the top 5 pitchers in baseball history. Kind of hard to argue with him. He had a good year, though, in 72. 21 wins, 12 losses, a 2.92 ERA, 249 strikeouts, and 75 walks. Doug Hunt joins us here at Shea Stadium. So the terrific one knows he's got to pitch a gem tonight to keep the Mets hopefully alive. We won't know what will happen. We are at Shea Stadium. Pitchers Park, only 101 home runs, plus 4 to strikeouts, and plus 1 to walks in 72. So we are all set and ready to go. We go to the top of the first inning. Let's see what the Cardinals bring to bat. Leading off for the Cardinals will be the left fielder, Lou Brock, Hall of Famer. Yes, and if anybody, I don't think anybody here will argue with me if I say he is also one of the greatest of all time. 311 average, 3 homers, 42 RBIs. Before there was Ricky Henderson, there was Lou Brock. We're going to use blue, white, and orange dice. Mets are the home team. My Mets have got to get ready. Section 518 is ready. Everything could be on the line tonight for the Mets. Can I get a happy recap? Or will Inside Pitch put my team back into the doldrums, where I'll have to wait for the next replay? Let's find out. First pitch. Seaver, 6'5", strikeout, 4, swing and a miss, struck him out. First strikeout for Seaver. That will be out number 1. As Frank Rosenk joins us here at Shea Stadium. Yes, this is the 3rd time I've used Seaver in the season. Next batter for the Cardinals will be the second baseman, Ted Sizemore, a .264 average, 2 homers, and 38 RBIs. John Haverly joins us here at Shea Stadium. Seaver with the pitch. 6'3", that is a blank. Sizemore, 6'4", and that is a ground out to shortstop. That'll be taken care of by Bud Harrelson, and he will toss it over for the out, 2 down. And now we'll have the center fielder, a young Jose Cruz. And I think, again, one of the more underrated players in baseball history. .235 average, 2 homers, 23 RBIs in 72. Seaver, he will go ahead and pitch. Seaver, 6'6", that's at the park. Shea Stadium, 1-3, and that's a grounder to second base. Getting over there is going to be Ken Boswell. And he will take his time and toss it over and end the inning. 1, 2, 3, go the Redbirds. Will go to the bottom of the first. Brian Patterson joins us here at Shea Stadium. Starting pitcher for the St. Louis Cardinals tonight is Rick Wise. Don't let that record fool you. 16 wins, 16 losses, but a 3.11 ERA. There is nothing wrong with that. 142 strikeouts and 58 walks. And I think this is the first time we're seeing Rick Wise on the mound for the Cardinals. We're in the bottom of the first now. Leading off for the Mets will be the center fielder, Tommy Agee, a .227 average, 13 homers, and 47 RBIs in 72. Wise will go ahead and pitch. Wise, 4-1, possible error. Agee, 1-6. That's a ground ball to short. That ball is hit to Dwayne Anderson. His error rating is an 11. That's a 2. He's going to pick it up. He's going to drop it. Pick it up again and drops it again. That's going to be an error. That's going to be an E6 on Dwayne Anderson. The Cardinals did not have an error in the game historically, and that will be their first. So Agee on it first, now on the error. Infield double play. And now we'll see the second baseman, Ken Boswell, a .211 average, 9 homers, and 33 RBIs. Robert Rick Wise had the best day any pitcher ever had. No hit your Reds and 2 homers. So Rick Wise is your. Can we say Rick Wise is your version of Bill Swift? Of course, Steeler fan is not in the chat today to hear that. Strategy roll. Nothing on the 6. Agee will stay put. Although Boswell, though, does get the hit and run. But I think he's going to, well, that was a 6. So 3 plus 1 is 4. Boswell's a 5. So plus 3 is a 7. Hit and run is available. But Agee not very good at stealing bases just in case of a strikeout. I'll swing. Wise, 5-1, strikeout, 19 is high. Boswell, 1-5, and that is a fly ball to center field. And Jose Cruz is going to get to it for the first out. Next batter will be the left fielder, John Milner, one of the more underrated players in Mets history. .238 average, 17 homers, 38 RBIs, though. Milner was a very solid player throughout his career. Strategy roll, and nothing on the 6. Again, the hit and run is called, but Milner will swing. Wise with the pitch. Wise, 2-2, that's at the park. Shea Stadium, 4-4. That's a power hit to right field. That's a 13, and that is a home run result. And against the righty, Milner needs a 20. I do not have to re-roll the D20. That ball is pretty much gone. Kaboom! That ball is high, deep, gone. Home run, John Milner. Stadium cheers. Yay! Section 518 cheers. Yay! A 2-run blast by John Milner. Rick Wise made a good pitch, but the stadium puts that out of there. That is a 13, and that is a 13. And Milner against righties is a 20. It won't matter. And that ball is out of here. As Milner gets the Mets on the board early in the game, they really have to win. Next batter will be the first baseman, Ed Kranepool, a .269 average, 8 homers, and 34 RBIs. As Baseball with the Demos joins us here at Shea Stadium, hoping to see some baseball action from him very soon. Wise, 2-5, blank. Kranepool, 3-5, popped out to third base, and that's going to be Ken Reitz getting to that. And he'll make the play for out number 2. Next batter will be Cleon Jones. He's in right field tonight. .245 average, 5 homers, 52 RBIs in 72. Wise will go ahead and pitch. Wise, 2-4, walk 7, and that is ball 4. So he'll go ahead and walk Jones to keep the inning alive. First walk issued by Wise. And now the third baseman, Wayne Garrett, a .232 average, 2 homers, 29 RBIs. Strategy roll, nothing happening. Jones will stay where he is. Wise will go ahead and pitch. Wise, 4-6, range play at the park. Shea Stadium, 5-3. It's a ground ball to short. That ball is hit to Dwayne Anderson. He's already made an error. Kenny made a range. His range is a 2. Nope, that's going to be a base hit. Jones will not have the speed. He will hold at second base. I believe even with 2 outs, he has to have a 5 speed. So Jones will hold at second base to keep the inning going. Mets know they need runs, and this team here in 1972 didn't hit very well. Here's the catcher, Duffy Dyer, a .231 average, 8 homers, and 36 RBIs. Strategy roll, nothing on the 9. Retirement jersey number 17 by the Mets. Jones on it, second. Garrett on it first. Wise, 6-3 against a righty. It's a blank. Dyer, 3-4. Base hit, left field. That's a single. Jones, a base running rating of 3 with 2 outs. So a single to left field plus 2, a 1-5. Jones will score. He will. Jones comes around and he scores. Garrett will get to third base. That is a 4, and his base running rating is a 4 with 2 outs. Dyer gets to first base. It's 3-0 Mets. Section 518 and stadium cheer. Yay! And a game the Mets absolutely have to have, and they're getting it here in the first inning. Next batter is the shortstop, may he rest in peace, Bud Harrelson, .215 average, a homer, and 24 RBI. Still 2 outs at the bottom of the first, but the Mets have a quick 3-0 lead. Strategy, nothing on the 7. Wise will go ahead and pitch. Wise, 3-4, strikeout 8, swing and a miss, struck him out, and that will end the inning. First strikeout for Wise, but the Mets strike first. 3 runs, 3 hits, 1 error, and a 2-run bomb by John Milner. 3-0 Mets after 1. In a game the Mets absolutely really have to have. And then they're going to need some serious 10-minute ticker help probably the rest of the way. Clee baseball fan joins us here at Shea Stadium. Top of the second, Leading off for the Cardinals will be Joe Torre. He's at first base tonight, his better position. 289 average, 11 homers, 81 RBIs. Hall of Fame manager? Absolutely. And some people think he should be in the Hall of Fame as a player. Kind of hard to argue. Seaver with the pitch. Seaver, 3-2. Home run chance. Righty, 1-2. The 19 is way too high. Torre, 4-3, and against the righty, he grounds it to third base. And that's going to be Wayne Garrett getting to that. And they'll toss it over for the out. Next batter is the catcher, Ted Simmons. A Hall of Famer? 303 average, 16 homers, 96 RBIs on the fence. Seaver will go ahead and he will pitch. Seaver, 5-4, strikeout, 18 is high. Simmons, 3-6, and he grounds it to second base. Boswell's going to go ahead and get to that. Toss it over for the out, 2 down. Next batter is the right fielder, Bernie Carbo. A 251 average, 7 homers, 34 RBIs in 72. Seaver will pitch. Seaver, 5-3, walk, 8, ball 4. He does walk Carbo. And Carbo will trot to first on a 2-out walk. First walk given up by the terrific one. And here's the third baseman, Ken Reitz. A 359 average, 10 RBIs. Reitz only had 78 at bats for the Cardinals in 72. David Baker joins us here at Shea Stadium. Let's see. Strategy roll for Carbo. He'll stay where he is. Seaver with the pitch. Seaver, 3-5, hit by pitch, 8 is high. Reitz, 6-1, and that's a ground ball to third. That'll be handled by Garrett, and he's going to throw to second and get Carbo, and that will end the inning. Nothing across except the walk, and we will go to the bottom of the second here as the Mets are out quickly to a 3-0 lead in a game they really absolutely have to have. Bottom of the second, leading off for the Mets will be the pitcher, the terrific one himself, Tom Seaver, and he can hit. 146 average, he had 3 bombs in 72 and 4 RBIs. Wise will pitch. Wise, 6-2, strikeout, 19. He will get Seaver there, and that is the second strikeout for Wise. Next batter is AG. AG reached on an error his first time up. Time out real quick for something. Hold on. AG will bat. Wise with the pitch. 1-2, that is a blank. AG, 1-6, that's a ground out to short. Dwayne Anderson will go ahead and get to that. He made an error the first time. He won't make an error here. 2 down. Next batter is Boswell. Boswell is 0 for 1. Doug Sessoms joins us here at Shea Stadium. You're continuing your journey to learn inside pitch. Well, you may continue your journey as long as you need to. Remember, Doug, if you need some help a little bit, check out my demo games. They really are the best way to learn it because I do the game slow and steady. Wise with the pitch. 5-5, strikeout, 19 is high. Boswell, 1-4, popped out. That's a pop fly ball to first. And Joe Torre's going to get to it. And after giving up 3 runs in the first inning, Wise does a much better job in the second. 3-0 Mets after 2. We go to the top of the third. Leading off for the Cardinals will be the shortstop, Dwayne Anderson, a 254 average, a homer and 8 RBIs in 72. Seaver, 6-2, strikeout 7, swing and a miss, struck him out, and that will be strikeout number 2 for the franchise. 1 down. Here comes the pitcher, Rick Wise. He can hit also, a 172 average. He had a homer and 9 RBIs in 72. Seaver, 5-5, strikeout 16, swing and a miss, struck him out. Third K for Tom. 2 outs. Next batter is Brock. Brock is 0 for 1. Seaver, he'll go ahead, set it up, and pitch. Seaver, 2-6, range play. Brock, a 2-2. That's a ground ball to second base, and that ball is hit to Ken Boswell. He's stunk. His range is a 1, and he won't get it. It'll be a base hit. So he hits that right past Boswell, and Brock will have a single. And now the batter is Sizemore. Sizemore's 0 for 1. Brock had 63 stolen bases, and he does not get the steal sign. And you're down 3 runs. I doubt you would steal anyway right now. Seaver with the pitch. Seaver, 1-6, strikeout 2, swing and a miss, struck him out, and the inning is over. Seaver strikes out the side, no runs and a hit for the Cardinals, and we will go to the bottom of the 3rd. The Cardinals are 3 games above 500. The Mets are 6 games under 500. Must-win game for the Mets. They're 4.5 back of the Cardinals for 3rd. The Mets lose tonight, they'll go to 5.5 back. And I think with 2 weeks left, unless FastScore really helps them out, I don't see that coming back. Bottom of the 3rd inning. And leading off for the Mets will be John Milner. He got a bomb his first time up. Dwayne Martz joins us here at Shea Stadium. Did I drop out of the Fields of Dreams League? No. I mean, I know the league ended. Nobody's told me when the next draft is, Dwayne. I have no idea. Nobody tells me anything. And I'm going to tell you right now, Discord, it's hard to reach me. They need to get me through Facebook or through for YouTube. I really don't go to Discord often. If they want to tell me, they need to get me through Facebook or something. Wise with the pitch. Wise, 4-5. That's at the park. Shea Stadium, 1-2. Ground out to short. That'll be handled by Dwayne Anderson. And the throw goes to first for the out. Next up is Cranepool. Cranepool 0 for 1. Where do I get the fielding card holders? Everybody asks me that question. It's called the All-Star Baseball All-Star Card Game, Doug. I don't know why I just don't. Everybody asks me that. I just don't know why I just don't post a picture of it. But this field, though, was made by Ink Gaming. The original is underneath it. I just had one made by Ink Gaming so that I can, it looks better on the screen, and plus it doesn't wear out. So let's see here. Where were we? Cranepool's batting. Wise, 2-3, error on a throw. Cranepool, 4-4, and that's going to be a ground ball to second base. That ball is hit to Ted Sizemore. His error rating is a 6. That's a 10. He won't make an error, and that'll be out number 2. Next up is Jones. Jones walked his first time up. Wise with the pitch. Wise, 5-2, range play. Jones, 3-3, ground ball, second base. That ball is hit to Ted Sizemore. It's hit to Sizemore. He's going to go ahead and get that. It's a range play. His range is a 4. He's got it. Nice play by Sizemore. He'll take care of that and toss it over in all 3 ground outs. And that's a ground out to second. And the inning is over. 1, 2, 3, go the Mets as Rick Wise has settled down. 3-0 after 3. Yeah, I get lost on Discord. I got to tell people, if you need to let me know about the Field of Dreams or anything like that, or when the draft has occurred, I have to really be reached through Facebook or Messenger. I'll get that. I'll have to get Beatles Eternally or someone. I'll have to give them a friend request so he can always let me know when the draft is coming. So you see, Lewis, Jewish baseball players, past interviews, 25. I will check that out. We go to the top of the 4th. Leading off for the STL will be Jose Cruz, and he's 0 for 1. 3-0 Mets in a game they have to have. Seaver, 3-1, walk, 9, ball 4. He'll go ahead and walk Cruz. A leadoff walk to Cruz there. The batter now is Torrey. Torrey is 0 for 1. Infield is at double play. Cruz, he's not going anywhere. Seaver, he'll go ahead and pitch. Seaver, 6-2, strikeout 14. That will be too high. Corey, 2-3, and it's a line out right to short. That's out number 1, and Cruz will be doubled off on a 1. He will get back. So a line drive to short, that's caught by Harrelson. Cruz gets back to first easily. Next batter is Simmons. Simmons is 0 for 1. Cruz, anything done? That's a 3. He actually gets the steal sign. 15 minus 3 is 12. Dyer minus 1 is 11. You're down by 3 runs. I don't see you stealing here. Seaver's going to pitch. Seaver, 6-4. Range play at the park. Shea Stadium, 6-5. And that's a blank. It's a rare play. So that cancels out the range play. We got rare plays, men on. 45. Grounder to shortstop who throws in the dirt, making the first baseman scoop the ball. Resolve play using a range play check for the first baseman to see if he scoops the ball. Well, the first baseman is Ed Kranepool. His range is a 3. Nope, that's going to be an error. That's going to be a 1-base error. It's a bad hop, bad throw by the shortstop. So that's going to be an E6 on Bud Harrelson. So Cruz goes to second. Simmons is safe on an E6. And that is the first error on the Mets. They did have an error in the game historically. So now runners at first and second. The batter now is Carbo. Carbo walked his first time up. Max Cornelius joins us here at Shea Stadium. Got a good crowd for a Mets game. So 3-0 here. And runners at first and second. Strat, anything happening? The 10 says no. Seaver will go ahead and pitch. Seaver, 3-2. Home run chance. Lefty, 1-13. The 15 is too high. Carbo, 1-3. But he does get a power hit to left field. That's a 3. And against the righty, that will be a single to left field. Single to left. Cruz, base runner 3. Let's see. Single to left plus 1. A 1-4. Cruz will score. He will. And the Cardinals are on the board. That is a 2. Simmons will take third. Carbo goes to first. And it's 3-1 as the Cardinals now get on the board. Batter now is Reitz, and Reitz is 0 for 1. Runners at the corners, 1 out. Now a 3-1 ball game. Seaver sets up. They're going to keep the infield double play depth. Reitz has a high double play rating. Strategy, nothing on the 9. Carbo stays where he is. Seaver will pitch. Seaver, 4-1. Home run result, but Reitz has got zeros. It's not happening. Reitz, 5-6, and that is a fly ball to right field. Getting after that will be Jones. He makes the catch for out number 2. Reitz a sacrifice fly of 3. He will bring in Simmons. It's 3-2. Sacrifice fly for Reitz. Now a 3-2 game, which is the historical score of the ball game, as he will bring in the sacrifice fly. The batter now is Anderson. Anderson is 0 for 1. But now there are 2 outs in the top of the 4th. Mike Terra Supernova joins us here at Shea Stadium. Strategy roll. And nothing on the 9. Carbo stays where he is. Seaver will pitch. Seaver, 4-5. Wild pitch. Yep, that goes to the backstop. Carbo goes to second. First wild pitch thrown by the franchise. Re-rolling a strat, nothing on the 6. Carbo stays at second base. Seaver, I'm doing just fine, Supernova. Seaver will go ahead and pitch. Seaver, 5-5, strikeout 17. That is too high. Anderson, 1-6. He grounds out to short. That'll be handled by Harrelson. And Harrelson will toss it over and end the inning. 2 runs, 1 hit, 1 error, 1 walk, and a sacrifice fly. We're actually at the historical score, 3-2. But something tells me it's not going to stay that way as we go to the bottom of the fourth. Leading off for the Mets will be Wayne Garrett, and he got a base hit his first time up. This is rigged. Seaver would not be giving up all these hits and runs. Even he got shocked so many times. Wise with the pitch. Wise, 5-3, that's a blank. Garrett, 4-4, and against the righty, that's a ground out to second base. That'll be taken care of there by Sizemore, and he'll toss it over for the out. Next batter is Dyer. Dyer is 1-for-1, got a base hit. Wise with the pitch. Wise, 3-3, range play. Dyer, 5-4. That's a power hit to center field. That's a 19. Against the righty, it's too high, but now it's a range play to center field, and Jose Cruz is after it. His range is a 3. That's a 3. He makes the catch, 2 outs. Nice play by Jose Cruz out there. Take away a possible hit by Dyer. And now the batter is Harrelson as he's 0-for-1. Wise, they'll go ahead and pitch. Wise, 4-5. That's at the park. Shea Stadium, 3-1. And that's grounded to first. Torrey is right there. And he'll take it himself to the bag and end the inning. Since giving up 3 runs on 3 hits in the first, Wise has put up goose eggs since then. After 4, it's still Mets leading 3-2. Fifth inning coming up. Leading off for the Redbirds will be Rick Wise, and he's 0-for-1. Seaver, they'll go ahead and pitch. Seaver, 1-4, that's a blank. He's not tired. Wise, 3-4, and that's flied to center field. Tommy Agee will not really have to go anywhere. He's going to stay right there and let the ball come to him. 1 down. Next batter is Brock. Brock is 1-for-2, had a base hit his last time up. Seaver, 6-5, strikeout, 18, just missed. Brock, 4-2, base hit. He'll hit that one past second base. And Brock has now got his second hit of the game. Next batter is Sizemore. Sizemore's 0-for-2. Infield is at double play depth. Strategy roll. And Brock gets the steal sign. And I'm going to send him. 16 minus 3. 16 minus 3 is 13. Dyer minus 1 is 12. He's got 63 stolen bases. That pretty much tells me they probably sent him every time they had a chance. Brock is on his way to second base. So 1-12, he is safe. He is. Brock will go ahead and steal second base and get into scoring position. First thievery by Brock. That takes away the double play. Re-roll the strat. This time Brock will stay where he is. Seaver will go ahead and pitch. Seaver, 6-1, possible error. Sizemore, 1-1, fly ball to right. Getting over there is Cleon Jones. His error rating is an 8. That's a 5. And yep, he's going to drop the ball. That's going to be an error on Cleon Jones. Lou Brock is going to get to third base. Sizemore is going to get to first. And that's going to be a drop fly ball out there on Jones. I keep on forgetting the rules, and I thought I did it right here. But drops fly. And less than 2 out, roll 1d6 versus base runner. If roll is higher, advance 2 bases. Brock, a base running rating of 3. He will score on the drop fly ball. Brock will come in and he will score, and we're tied. Stadium groans. And Sizemore, by the way, what does he do? And he, let's see here. Rolls higher, batter advance there, butter hitter advance 1 base, otherwise 2 bases. So let me see here. I keep on forgetting that rule, and I wrote a helper, and I guess I didn't do my good job here. Less than 2 outs, runners on base, roll D6. Rating for all two-base advance. It's a two-base advance. So Sizemore goes to second. That's what I thought. So Sizemore goes to second on the error by Cleon Jones as he misplays it, which allows Brock to score. The go-ahead run is now on second base, and that is an E9 and the second error on the Mets. Sometimes even I have issues with understanding the rules, but I got it now. So Sizemore on at second base. Here's Cruz. And Cruz is 0 for 1 with a walk. Tied at 3. No lead is safe. An inside pitch. Strategy roll. Nothing on the 18. Cruz is not bunting. He's swinging. Seaver. 1-4. That's a blank. Cruz. 5-5. That's a fly ball to right. This time Jones is going to make the play. And that is out number 2. Sizemore, base runner 3. Hit to right. -1 is 2. Jones is 0. 1-2. Sizemore takes third. He will hold. So 2 away now. For the batter is Torrey. And Torrey is 0 for 2. Strategy roll. And nothing on the 11. Sizemore holds at second base on the drop fly ball, which should have been caught. Seaver with the pitch. Seaver, 5-2, strikeout 14. He can't get the strikeouts. Torrey, 5-3, but he will ground out. That'll be a ground out to short as Harrelson will go ahead and get that, and we will retire the side. 1 run, 1 hit, 1 stolen base, and 1 error. And it's now tied at 3 going in the bottom of the 5th. Wise back on the mound. Leading off will be Tom Seaver. He will bat. This is 1972, not 2024. Wise, 1-1, walk. 19 is high. Seaver, 2-2, ground out. Right back to Wise. Wise will go ahead and take care of that his own, and he'll underhand it to first for the out. Next up is AG. AG is 0 for 2, but reached on an error. Wise, 4-1, possible error. AG, 6-3, pop fly ball to short. Going after that is Dwayne Anderson. His error rating is an 11. That's an 8, but it's not an odd number. It's an even number. He will make the catch, and that is out number 2. It used to not be that way in the version 2 rules, but that was a rule I suggested to Chris when he did the version 3 rules, and he completely accepted it, and that came from me. Here's Boswell. Boswell's 0 for 2. Just shows you how good a customer service guy Chris is. When he wanted to make the version 3 rules of inside pitch, he asked everybody for suggestions. Not many game companies do that. Wise will pitch. Wise, 2-3, error on a throw. Boswell, 6-3. That's a ground ball to second base. That ball is hit to Sizemore. His error rating is a 6. That's a 12. He won't make a throwing error. He'll go ahead and toss it over and end the inning. Rick Wise has pitched 4 innings of no-hit ball since the first. We're tied at 3 after 5. The fans here at Shea Stadium and Section 518 know how important this game is. And the Mets, another thing about the importance of the game, the Mets have a board record of 2 wins and 4 losses. They are 2-4 on the board. They drop to 2-5. It's going to be very difficult that even if they tie with somebody, they're still probably not going to get the tiebreaker. Top of the 6th, and here's Ted Simmons. And he is 0 for 2, but reached on an error his last time up. Seaver will pitch. Seaver, 3-1, walk. That's a 3, and that's ball 4. So Seaver doesn't look like he has it really tonight. Looks like he started out pretty good. As the third walk given up by Seaver, and here comes Carbo. Carbo is 1 for 1. Single, moved up on a wild pitch and walked. Infield is at double play depth. Simmons is staying where he is. Seaver with the pitch. Seaver, 2-4, strikeout 14. That's a strikeout. Got him. And that is strikeout number 5 for Seaver, and that's 1 out. Here's Reitz. Reitz is 0 for 2. Simmons, a 13. He will stay put. Seaver will pitch. Seaver, 6-1. Possible error. Reitz, 1-3. Base hit left field. Left fielder is John Milner. His error rating is a 5. That's an 18. He won't make an error. So Simmons, base runner 3. Single to left, -2. A 1. He'll get to third. He won't. He'll hold at second base as the throw comes in. But now the go-ahead run is at second base for the Cardinals. It'll bring up Anderson. Anderson is 0 for 2. Strategy roll. That is an 8, nothing happening. The Mets have committed 2 errors in this ball game, and that's one of the reasons why they got this game is now tied. How do I select the game to go on the board or telecast? It's not random. I kind of like to choose the right pitching the best pitching matchup I can find. But at this stage of the season, I'm only choosing teams right now that matter. And right now, pretty much Oakland is going to win the division. Kansas City is going to win second place. Cincinnati's going to get in. Houston's going to get in. The Dodgers, the Braves, and the Giants still matter. Okay, Pittsburgh's going to get in. The Cubs are going to get in. The Cardinals and Mets are fighting each other. And the entire American League East is still pretty much up for grabs. So there are teams right now I probably won't play. For the time being, I'll let FastScore run it because how does the strategy roll work? Doug, let's see. Let's see here. Not the kind of, well, tell you what, Doug, let me show you. The strategy roll works like this. You roll the strategy roll before if there's runners on base, and the strategy roll goes ahead, all right, and shows you what could happen: a steal, a hit and run, a balk, a pickoff, or possibly or of course a bunt. Okay. This is really not the game for me to tell you about this, Doug. I'm going to tell you right now, Doug. Really, watch my demo games. You will see exactly how it works. Because the strategy roll could take me about 5 to 10 minutes to tell you about it. Not that I don't want to. I do. Watch my demo games. I got like 8 of them right now for you to choose from. They will go into that completely. That's what they're designed to do. When I play regular season games like this, it's really just roll fast. But Doug, but please check them out. I can explain it. So Simmons on at second. Reitz on at first. I got to re-roll the strat because I lost my place, and that's okay. So nothing happening. Seaver will pitch. Seaver, 1-5. That is a blank. Anderson, 2-3. Fly out the left, and Milner's going to go ahead and get that for out number 2. Simmons will stay at second base automatically, even though it's only, and that will be out number 2. Here comes Wise. Wise is going to bat. At least I think he will. How many pitch? He bats at 30. Yeah, he can bat. Wise will go ahead and pitch with runners at first and second. Seaver will pitch. Seaver, 6-1. Possible error. Wise, 1-6. That's a power hit to center field. That's a 6. And Wick Wise is going to come through with a double. Double to center field. Tommy Agee's error rating is a 12. And that's a 6, and he's going to make an error out there. Wow. So that's going to be a double and at least 1 extra base. So Simmons will score. Reitz will score. Wise makes it to third. Wise's base running rating is a 2. And Agee has a 0 arm, a 1-2. Wise will score. No, he holds at third, but it's 2 runs for the Cardinals. 5-3 Redbirds. Stadium in section 518. Barf. Yeah. DH? I don't need no stinking DH. That is a double and an E8 on Tommy Agee. That's the 3rd error on the Mets. And the 3rd inning, straight inning with an error. And now 5-3 Cardinals. And the batter now is Brock. And Seaver right now not happy with the way the Keystone Cops, a.k.a. the 72 Mets, not getting it done. Brock is 2 for 3. He's got 2 singles and a stolen base. 5-3 Cardinals right now. Strategy rolls are still on, and nothing. That is a 1, but Y's not going anywhere. Seaver will pitch. Seaver, 4-4, error on a throw. Brock, 5-2, and that's a line drive to second, and that'll end the inning. 2 runs, 2 hits, 1 error, and a walk. And Rick Wise comes through with a big hit and gets the Cardinals ahead 5-3. And we'll go to the bottom of the 6th. And leading off for the Mets will be John Milner. And he is 1 for 2. He has a bomb. 5-3 Cardinals. Mets know they lose this game, their season is probably over. Wise, 3-4, strikeout 10, struck them out. Milner goes down on strikes, and that is the 3rd K for Wise. 1 down. And the next batter is Cranepool. Cranepool is 0 for 2. Wise, a 2-1 against the lefty. It's a blank. Cranepool, a 3-1, and that's a ground out to second base. Getting over there is going to be Sizemore, and he will throw it over for out number 2. And now the batter is Jones. Jones is 0 for 1 with a walk. But Jones made a very key error out there in right field. Wise with the pitch. Wise, 4-6, range play at the park. Shea Stadium, 2-6. It's a single plus double to right field. But going after it is Bernie Carbo. His range is a 3. He's got it, and the inning is over. That'll be a fly out to right as Bernie Carbo takes a possible double away or single or double away from Cleon Jones. And right now, Mets fans are really beginning to think about next year. 1-2-3, go the Mets. 5-3 Redbirds after 6. We go to the top of the 7th. Seaver can pitch 2. 3 more batters before he tires. They're going to let him pitch. As the 3 errors have allowed some unearned runs. Ted Sizemore leads off for the Redbirds. He is 0 for 3, but reached on an error. Seaver with the pitch. Seaver, 3-1, walk, 12. Ball 4. Seaver can't believe it. Seaver thought that was a strike, but the umpire says, nope, that's a walk, and Sizemore will go to first. And now here's Cruz. Cruz is 0 for 2 with the walk, infield double play. Strategy rolls are still on, and nothing happening on the 12. Seaver will go ahead, and he will pitch. Seaver, 2-1, range play. Cruz, 3-1. That's a base hit past short, but it's a range play for Bud Harrelson. His range is a 3, but at double play depth, it's a 2. And he's got it. What a play by Harrelson. Do they turn the 2? 1-0-1. Second base, pivot AG0, only on a 1. Nope. Sizemore will be thrown out at second base, and Cruz will make it to first for the fielder's choice. Next batter is Torrey. Torrey is 0 for 3. Infield still at double play depth. Nothing on the 9. Cruz stays where he is. Seaver, he'll go ahead and he will pitch. Seaver, 1-6, strikeout 3, swing and a miss, struck him out. And that is strikeout number 6 for Seaver. And now 2 away, but he is now tired. And the next batter for the Birds will be Simmons. Simmons is 0 for 2, but he's walked and reached on an error and scored twice. Cardinals have a 5-3 lead on the Mets. Top of the 7th, and a game the Mets really need to have. Strategy roll. Nothing on the 5. Cruz will stay where he is, although the hit and run does come up, but not with 2 outs. You don't do it. Seaver will pitch. Seaver, 2-3. That's a pitcher result. That's going to take him out of the game. A switch left. A 1-12 is a base hit past the pitcher. It's a single, and it's a base hit. That's a 6, and it'll be good enough. Cruz will make third. Simmons makes it to first, And that is a pitcher result. Seaver is tired, and he is coming out. Single right off of Seaver. They'll take him out of the game, and the Mets will have to go to the bullpen. Next batter is Carbo. And Carbo is 1 for 2. Left, right. And the Mets will go to the bullpen here. And coming on to pitch for the Mets is going to be Danny Frisella. 5 wins, 8 losses, 9 saves, a 3.34 ERA. What a tough outing for Seaver. He's going to probably take the loss here, but there were 3 errors in the game. 2 men down, runners at first and third. Carbo, 1 for 2, a single and a walk. Strategy roll. Nothing on the 5s. Nobody moves. Frisella will pitch. Frisella, 4-5. Wild pitch. Yep. Right over the catcher's head. Cruz will come in to score. Simmons goes to second. 6-3 Cardinals. Stadium and Section 518. Barf. Yeah. The first thing Frisella does is throw a wild pitch, and now it's a 6-3 Cardinal lead. Simmons now on at second. Strategy roll still on. Nothing happening with Simmons with a 3. Frisella will pitch. Frisella, 6-2. Wild pitch again, but not this time. That's a 16. It's ball 2. Frisella will try. 3-4. Error on a grounder. Carbo, 1-6. And that's a line drive right to second base. That'll be caught by Boswell. And that's going to end the inning. 1 run, 1 hit, 1 walk, 1 wild pitch. And the Cardinals have a 6-3 lead here, as it is not looking good for my Mets. We are at the 7th inning stretch. Sing, take me out to the ball game. I'll be right back. Don't forget, we have 10-minute ticker coming up after the night's game. Tomorrow night is Friday Night Baseball. And we're going to stay with New York, but not with the Mets. We got the rivalry tomorrow night for Friday night. We're going back to Yankee Stadium for a huge game in the American League East, as the Boston Red Sox will take on the New York Yankees. Lynn McLaughlin will be pitching for the Red Sox, and Rob Gardner will be pitching for the Yankees. It is a big game between those two, as right now, Boston, Baltimore, and the Yankees are in a 3-way tie for first in the AL East. Big game tomorrow night for Friday Night Baseball. The rivalry, both Sox and the Yanks. That should be a game no one should miss tomorrow night. Bottom of the 7th here, Cardinals have a 6-3 lead on the Mets. Leading off for the Mets will be Wayne Garrett, and he is 1 for 2. Wise has still got plenty in the tank, as since giving up 3 runs in the first inning, the Cardinals have exploded for 6 unanswered. Wise with the pitch. 3-5. Home run chance. Lefty. 1-19. The 7 is good. But against the righty, Garrett needs a 3. A 1-3. The Mets get 1 back. And he does! Kaboom! That ball is high! That ball is at deep to left field! And going back for it is Brock. The Mets will get 1 back from Garrett. big-time homer for Wayne Garrett. And it's now 6-4. Garrett hits a solo bomb. As that just got it, he needed a 3. That's a 2, and he gets it. And it's now 6-4 in favor of the Cardinals. And a chance now for Dyer. Dyer will bat. Now 6-4. Fans here at Shea Stadium let out a little cheer, but they know they got a little way to go. Wise, 4-4. That's a blank. Dyer, 2-3. And that's a ground out to second base. Sizemore will go ahead and get to that and throw it over for the out. 1 out. Batter is Harrelson. Harrelson is 0 for 2. 6-4 Cardinals now. Mets got work to do. Wise, 3-5. Home run chance again. Switch left. 1-19. The 2 is good, but unfortunately, Harrelson has zeros against the righties. It's not happening. Harrelson, 6-1, but he does get a base hit past third against the right-handed pitcher. So now Harrelson is on first, and we'll see a pinch hitter for Danny Frisella as the Mets will go to the bench. And coming on to pinch hit for the Mets is going to be Jim Fregosi, 232 average, 5 homers, 32 RBIs. Fregosi will pinch hit. So now a runner at first. Infield is at double play. Strategy roll. Nothing on the 17. Fregosi gets set and ready. Wise will go ahead and pitch. Wise, 6-5, strikeout 5, swing and a miss, struck him out. 4th strikeout for Wise, 2 down. The batter now is Agee. Agee is 0 for 3. Harrelson on it first. Still rolling a strat. Nothing on the 5. Harrelson will stay where he is. Wise sets up against Agee. Wise, 3-2 against the righty. Strikeout 9. Swing and a miss. Struck him out, and the inning is over. Strikeout number 5 for Wise, but 1 run on 2 hits for the Mets. But they're now down 6-4. And the Cardinals, looking right now, they could be very well going to the postseason, but we still got quite a lot of baseball left to play. We go to the top of the 8th. Leading off for the Cardinals will be Ken Reitz. He's 1 for 3. Mets need a pitcher. And let's see. They'll probably go with a righty here. And coming on to pitch for the Mets is going to be Chuck Taylor. No wins, no losses, 3 saves, a 4.43 ERA. Taylor will be the 3rd Met pitcher. 6-4 Redbirds. Chuck Taylor will pitch against Reitz. Taylor, 3-4 against the righties. Strikeout, 18 is high. Reitz, 5-6, and that's a fly ball to center field. AG will get to that one and toss it and make the catch for the out. Anderson is next. He's 0 for 3. Taylor, so go ahead and pitch. Taylor, 6-3, range play. Anderson, 6-5, ground ball to shortstop. That's hit to Bud Harrelson. His range is a 3, and he's got it. Nice play by Harrelson. He gets up and throws to first for the out. 2 down. Nice play by Harrelson over there. And now the batter is Wise. And Wise is going to be taken out of the game. He can pitch to 2 more batters. But I think you go ahead and start going the bullpen here. And that will be it for Rick Wise, as the Cardinals will go to the bench. And coming on to pinch hit for the Cardinals is going to be Luis Melendez. 238 average, 5 homers, 28 RBIs. Melendez will pinch hit. So 2 outs here. Top of the 8th, 6-4. Taylor with the pitch. Taylor, 5-2. That's at the park. Shea Stadium, 5-3. And it's a grounder to short. That'll get handled by Harrelson again. He'll take his time and toss it over. And that is a 1-2-3 inning. Nice job by Taylor. It's 6-4 as we go to the bottom of the eighth. Ken Boswell leads off for the Mets. He is 0 for 3. Cardinals need a pitcher. And they are going to go, let's see, left. And coming on to, I don't know if I want to go with him, though. But he had 30. Let's see here. Anybody else? No. Would they go with him? In this case, I think you go with the best pitcher you got. Screw the hand. I think you screw the handedness. Coming on to pitch for the Cardinals is going to be Diego Segui. 3 wins, 2 losses, 9 saves, a 3.22 ERA. Segui will go ahead and pitch, even though there are 3 lefties coming up for the Mets, but I think Segui is the better option here for the Cardinals. Boswell is 0 for 3. Bottom of the 8th inning, 6-4. Big Clue joins us here at Shea Stadium. Segui, 1-1, strikeout 3, swing and a miss, struck him out. Segui gets Boswell going down. And now the batter is Milner. Milner is 1 for 3. He had a bomb his first time up. Mets had a 3-0 lead, and the Cardinals scored 6, and the Mets have scored 1. Segui, 3-4, walk 1, and that's ball 4. He will walk Milner, so Milner gets the first base. It'll now bring up Cranepool. Cranepool does have some home run power. Infield is at double play. Strategy rolls are still on. Nothing on the 3. Milner gets a chance. Milner gets the steal sign. 13 plus 2 is 15. And Simmons is a 0. I don't think you run yourself out of the inning. I think you let Cranepool hit. Segui will go ahead and pitch. Segui, 3-3, wild pitch. That's a 10, and Milner's at second base. So I didn't have to worry about stealing, as Milner is now there on a wild pitch. And re-roll the strat. And nothing on the 16. Segui will now pitch to Cranepool. The tying run is at the plate. Infield is now back. 6-4 Cardinals. Segui, 4-4. Strikeout 9. Swing it. Cold strike 3 on Cranepool. He got him. That is a cold strike 3 on Cranepool, as he definitely gets him. 2 down, and now here's Jones. And Jones is 0 for 2 with a walk. Milner, he'll stay where he is. Segui pitching to Jones. 2 down now here in the bottom of the 8th inning. 6-4 Cardinals. Segui will go ahead and he will pitch. Segui, 4-4, strikeout 9, swing and a miss, struck him out. He strikes out the side and the inning is over. Nothing across except the walk, and after 8, the Cardinals still have a 6-4 lead. We go to the top of the 9th. Leading off for the Cardinals will be Lou Brock. He is 2 for 4 tonight, 2 singles and a steal. Taylor is going to come out of the game, as that's going to be it for Chuck Taylor. And the Mets are going to go to their best lefty, and that is also their closer, and it's going to be, you got to believe, Tug McGraw. 8 wins, 6 losses, 27 saves, a 1.70 ERA. McGraw's job is to keep it a 2-run game. So here comes Tug. Tug will pitch to Brock. 6-4, top of the 9th. Mets fans here at Shea Stadium hoping the Mets can turn this around. But I doubt it. The Mets really don't have the bats. McGraw, 5-6. That's at the park. Shea Stadium, 6-2. Fly out the left. And Milner will get to that one. And he'll put it away for the out. 1 down for Sizemore. Sizemore is 0 for 3, but walked and reached on an error. McGraw, 3-6, strikeout 11. That is too high. Sizemore, 6-3, and that's a fly ball hit to left field as well. And once again, Milner will go ahead and get to it, and that is out number 2. And now Cruz. Cruz is 0 for 3, but he did walk. McGraw trying to have a 1-2-3 inning here and hope the Mets get some serious magic. McGraw 3-6, strikeout 12, and cold strike 3 on Cruz. He got him. He will get him on that. 1-2-3, go the Redbirds. He is an 8, but +4 makes him a 12. That is a 12, and he gets Cruz. And the Mets are down by 2. But will we see some 9th inning magic? Diego Segui, if I'm correct, I think he's the best pitcher in the bullpen for the Cardinals, but I'm going to check real quick. There is a few fringe players in here as well, but I do not think they would be used. I'm going to keep Segui out there. Diego Segui, and he can pitch to 4 more batters before he tires. So Diego Segui is going to come out to try to get the save. And leading off for the Mets will be Wayne Garrett. And the question is he going to bat? Let's see what the Mets want to do here on the bench. And Garrett is at third base. And there should have a third baseman available, don't I? With all the September call-ups. Let's see. I can move Grody to third, but I think that'd be a waste. I think I'm gonna let I'm gonna let Garrett. Let's see here. I'm gonna let Garrett hit. Garrett's going to bat. He did hit a home run in the game, so they're going to let him. He's earned another chance. Garrett's actually 2 for 3 tonight, a home run and a single. Wayne Garrett will bat here to lead off the bottom of the 9th inning. 6-4 Cardinals. Segui, 2-4, strikeout 14, and that's a cold strike 3 on Garrett. He's out of there. So Segui has struck out 4 Mets out of 5 batters. The batter now is Dyer, and we may see a pinch hitter for him, and we will. So Duffy Dyer is going to come out of the game, and coming on to pinch hit for the Mets is going to be La Grande Orange, Rusty Staub, 293 average, 9 homers, 38 RBIs. The Mets will need a catcher. Jerry Grody is available. So Rusty Staub will pinch hit against Segui here, 1 out in the bottom of the 9th. Segui, 3-3, wild pitch, ball 1. 2-5, possible error. Staub, 4-4, and that's a ground ball to short. That ball is hit to Dwayne Anderson. His error rating is an 11. That's an 8, and he's not going to be able to make the transfer, and Staub will be on first. That is an E6. That is the second error on the Cardinals, and both errors were on Dwayne Anderson. So Anderson doesn't make the transfer, and now the tying run at the plate in Bud Harrelson. Question is, do you let him bat? And I think no. Harrelson's going to come out of the game, and coming on to pinch hit for Harrelson will be Shea, Willie Mays, 250 average, 8 homers, 22 RBIs. They'll need a shortstop, and they do have another shortstop. Ted Martinez can take over there. Infield is at double play depth. Shea, Willie Mays coming up against Segui. Staub on it first. Mays has got good home run power. And Segui, if he makes a mistake, it's probably gone. Cardinals lead 6-4. Bottom of the 9th inning. Strategy roll. Actually, strategy rolls are off. It's pitcher versus batter. Segui doesn't have to worry about Staub. He will concentrate on Shea, Willie Mays, one of the greatest of all time and probably the greatest overall player in baseball history. Segui will pitch. Segui, 4-1 against a righty. It's a blank. Mays, 3-1, and he grounds it right back to Segui. Do they turn it? 4-3. And the right here, second base will be pivot, and that is Sizemore, -1. A 1-2, this game is over. No! It's hit to Segui. Segui will turn around, fire to second to get stopped. Mays will beat the relay, 2 down. The Mets will get another chance, as that is a fielder's choice. McGraw coming out of the game. And now the Mets again have to go to the bench. And coming on to pitch hit for the pitcher will be Jim Beecham. A .242 average, 5 homers, 19 RBIs, but Beecham has home run power. So now 2 away. Segui is not tired. He will be tired after Beecham. Fans here at Shea Stadium hoping Beecham can keep it going. Section 518, chugging his beer. Mays is at first. Segui sets it up. Here comes the pitch. Segui, 3-5. It's an error on a throw. Beecham, 4-4, and it's a fly ball to center field. Jose Cruz is going to get to it. He'll take a couple of steps left, puts out his glove, blop, and the ball falls into it. That's your game. Cardinals will beat the Mets tonight, 6-4, putting another nail in the coffin for the Mets' postseason chances. Stadium and Section 518, barf. Yeah. No runs, no hits. There was an error. But the Cardinals are going to come away here with a 6-4 victory on the Mets. And the Cardinals will now go to 70-66. And the Mets drop to 63-70. Now 7 games under 500. And they are now really behind the 8 ball. But a big victory for the Cardinals. In a game they actually historically lost. The Mets, 72 Mets, not looking good at this moment with about 3 weeks left of baseball to play. Final line score coming up. For the Cardinals, 6 runs on 6 hits and 2 errors. For the Mets, 4 runs, 5 hits, and 3 errors. Wow, there really weren't that many hits in this ball game. The winning pitcher is Rick Wise. He's going to get the win. Tom Seaver takes a tough loss. And the save will go to David Segui. Diego Segui will get the save. So a big victory there for the Cardinals. And right now, they've got 4 wins over 500, and right now a 5.5 game lead and in 3rd place. But still there's 10-minute ticker, and that's coming right up. Boy, this 72 Mets team is really disappointing me. It does not look good for me this time. But, hey, that's what happens. That's why you play the games. It is now time for the 10-minute ticker, brought to you by FastScore Baseball. So the Mets will take the loss tonight, 6-4 against the Cardinals. Let's see how the rest of the majors does tonight. September 10, Milwaukee at Baltimore. Brewers 146, and that is 2. Orioles 943, and that is 4. That's a win for the O's. Remember, Baltimore, Boston, and the Yankees are all tied for first. California and the White Sox. Angels 235, and that is 2. White Sox 964, that's 7. The White Sox actually historically did very well in 72. They are the outlier this year. Boston at Cleveland and a big doubleheader for both teams. Game 1, Red Sox 1764, and that's 9. Indians 731, that's 2. That's a win for Boston. Game number 2. Boston 1264, and that is 8. Cleveland 834, and that is 3. The Red Sox take both games from the Indians. The Indians are now 3 games under 500, but they are beginning to fade. Yankees at Detroit. Yankees 635, and that is 3. Tigers 846, and that's 4. That's a win for the Cats. Minnesota, Kansas City. Twins 914, that is 1. Kansas City 1055, that is 5. And the Royals are just going to hold on to second place in the division. They're going to the postseason, I think. Oakland at Texas. Oakland 1136, and that is 4. Rangers 352, and that is 3. Another win for the Athletics. Houston at the Dodgers. Astros 934, that is 3. Dodgers 1443, and that's 5. That's a win for the Dodgers. It puts the Dodgers over 500. Pittsburgh and the Expos. Pirates still trying to win that division. Pirates 1366, that's a good start. That's 10. Expos 641, and that is 3. And that is a win for the Bucks. Cubs and the Phillies. Cubs 2556, and that is 9. Phillies 644, and that is 3. And that's a win for the Cubs. Atlanta and the Padres, doubleheader. The Braves are 3 games under 500. Atlanta's got to get wins. Atlanta 14, and that's not going to do it. Atlanta 14-13, that's 1. Padres 11-44, and that is 4. That the Padres win the first game. Braves 14-46, and that is 5. Padres 666, that's 8. And the Padres win both games against the Braves. And the Padres, of course, were already eliminated a while ago. Reds and the Giants. The Reds trying to hold on to clinch the National League West. The Giants are 5 games under 500. They got to get wins, and this is a big doubleheader. Reds 17-11, that is 0. Giants 11-44, and that is 4. The Giants win the first game. Game number 2, Reds 17-22, and that is 3. Giants 15-32, and that is 4. The Giants win both games against the Reds. The Giants are now only 3 under. On to September 11th. Milwaukee at Baltimore. Brewers 331, and that's 1. Orioles 735, and that is 3. That's a win for the O's. Boston at Cleveland. Boston 1141, and that is 4. Indians 1113, and that is 1. And the Indians are beginning to fade. Yankees at Detroit. Yankees 1155, that is 6. Tigers 612, and that is 0. The Yankees will get the win over the Tigers. Remember, the Tigers were 3.5 out of third place. They got to get wins. White Sox and the Royals. White Sox 944, that is 4. Royals 1036, that's 3. The White Sox get a win. Oakland at Minnesota in a big-time doubleheader as Oakland trying to clinch the National League West. Oakland 1351, that's 5. Twins 856, that is also 5. They will have extras. Oakland rolls a 3, -1 is 2. Minnesota rolls a 2, -1 is 1. That's a win for the A's. Oakland and Minnesota, game number 2. Oakland 816, that's 1. Twins 846, and that's 4. And the Twins will split the twin bill. Astros and the Dodgers. The Dodgers trying to go ahead, and they're above 500. They're playing a good Astros team who's on their way to the postseason. Astros 1435, and that is 4. Dodgers 841, and that's 3. The Astros put the Dodgers back to 500. Cardinals and the Expos. Cardinals 952, and that is 5. Expos 1024, and that is 2. And that's a win for the Redbirds. Mets and the Phillies. Mets got to get wins. Mets 0-21. That is 0. Phillies 10-43, and that is 4. And another nail in the coffin for my Mets. September 12th, Texas and California. Rangers 266, that's 7. Angels 941, that's 3. It's a win for the Rangers. Baltimore at Detroit. Baltimore 311, that's 0. Tigers 635, and that's 3. Tigers had to have that one. White Sox in Kansas City. White Sox 953, that is 5. Royals 1254, that's 6. Another win for the Royals. Cleveland at Milwaukee. The Indians right now have not won a game yet in this ticker. They got to get at least a win against the Milwaukee team that has nothing to play for. Doubleheader, game 1. Cleveland 921, and that is 2. Brewers 513, that's 0. The Indians will get a win there. Cleveland 932, and that is 3. Brewers 935, and that is also 3. They have to go to extras. Cleveland rolls a 5 plus 0. Milwaukee rolls a 3 plus 0. And the Indians absolutely had to win both games of that doubleheader, and they do. Oakland at Minnesota. Oakland 924, that is 2. Twins 365, that is 6. The Athletics, I don't think they clinched tonight. Boston and the Yankees. We have these two tomorrow. Red Sox 1144, and that is 4. Yankees 636, and that is 3, and that is a win for the Red Sox. Reds and the Braves. Reds 2532, and that's 6. Atlanta 1356, and that's 6. They tie. Cincinnati rolls a 5 plus 0. Atlanta rolls a 6 plus 2 is 8. And the Braves will get the win on the Reds. Pirates and the Cubs. Pirates trying to lock up the division. I think if the Pirates can knock the Cubs in a big series here, Pirates will clinch the NL East. Pirates 12-22, and that is 2. Cubs 10-14, and that is 1. And the Pirates will get the win. Cardinals and the Expos. Cardinals 1164, they are hot. That's a 7. Expos 1243, and that is 4. Another win for the Redbirds. Mets and the Phillies. The Mets season is going down the drain. Mets 1146, and that's 5. Phillies 522, that's 1. The Mets will get a win there for a happy recap, but it doesn't look good. Dodgers and the Giants. Dodgers 852, and that is 4. Giants 1156, and that is 6. And the Giants will get the win. That is your 10-minute ticker. If your team won tonight, congratulations. If they didn't, there's always tomorrow. Tomorrow night, Friday Night Baseball for September 13th. And how could you not have a good Friday night game with the Boston Red Sox and the New York Yankees? Lynn McLaughlin will be going for the Red Sox, and Rob Gardner will be going for the Yankees. It's a big game in the Bronx. Boston and the Yankees are in the top of the American League East. Can they both get in? Can one get in? Or will none get in? What will happen tomorrow night? Boston and the Yanks, McLaughlin and Gardner. Be there or be square. Dan Atkins, David Vega, Brian B., Mike Terra Supernova. Let's see here, Big Clue. And let's see here, Phoenix Knight, Doug Sessoms, and Doug Hunt, Max Cornelius, and Dwayne Martz, Clee Baseball Fan, Baseball with the Demos, Craig Scarborough, Frank Rosenk, John Haverly, Jeremy Brooks, and DJP. I think I got everyone. Thank you all for joining me tonight. Please leave a like on your way out to the turnstiles. Subscribe if you've not done so, and make sure you hit the bell. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay smart, stay strong. We'll see you tomorrow night. No happy recap for my Mets, and my Mets look like we're going to have to be thinking about next season as the Redbirds put the Mets in a nest and beat the Mets tonight 6-4. We'll see you tomorrow night.